everyone, it's Ashley, and this is my last set of new summer releases that I've purchased recently that I thought I would share with you so you get a look at them and see what you thought. So this is the Atlantic collection by Studio Calico, and again, I didn't buy the whole collection. There are actually still quite a few embellishments from this line that I hoped to buy, but when I purchased these items they weren't available, which is too bad. So first we'll look at the paper. This is a really cool take on a diagonal stripe meets a check or something, I don't know, but I really like the colors. And the back side is this really fun text with all these neat pale candy colors with these lovely little thin white diagonal stripes through them. This one's called Seabrook, and it's this neat hand-drawn wave in pinks and red and yellow. And what I really liked was the back side, that it's this pale peachy pink kind of color with these pink and white sort of zigzags through it. And it's subtle enough to use as a background paper, I think. This one's called Bridgeport and has this wild, kind of almost like folded ribbon argyle kind of pattern to it. But what I really liked, of course, was the back side with these lovely pale pink triangles on white, or white triangles on pink, I guess, depending on how you look at that. So, and a nice ombre chevron pattern or zigzag called New Haven. I really like these peachy coral colors that are coming out. I never really thought I would like that color, but it has certainly grown on me. And the back side is this kind of crazy, sketchy triangles overlaid with pink and white and yellow triangles, which is kind of like a wild pattern, but also because the colors are so pale, is also kind of not too busy at the same time. So this is kind of fun. This one's called Rockport. It has almost like a corkboard kind of quality with these crazy white lines on it. But of course what I really liked was this page, which looks to me like it was done by Sassafras, one of their kind of collage kind of papers. I really like the pale colors. I don't usually use these as a background, but I really like to cut them apart or punch or die cut out of them. Another great constellation pattern. It's fun to see these popping up in scrapbook lines. This one's called Nantucket. This one's not labeled, unlike the piece that's from the Pebbles line. So this is perhaps maybe a little bit more of a subtle background paper. And then the back side is these little white sort of hand-drawn white line boxes on pale blue. And I didn't notice, I don't know how I didn't notice when I ordered it, but this is like a bright orange check mark in the corner here, and it's just one on the entire page. So I'm not too sure about that. I'm going to have to see. Okay, and this one's called Southampton. It's the same pattern that was on the last piece of paper we looked at. These white outline boxes, but this time on pale pink, and there's this orange check mark just hanging out there. And here's this funny sort of offset, almost like Chinese coin quilt style pattern, and all these sort of sanded, pale, sun-bleached hues, which is very pretty. And then a nice gold foil. This is a specialty paper. It's gold foil on craft. I only saw the computer-generated image online when I bought it, so I wasn't really sure what it was going to look like, but it's pretty cool. It's darker. I probably would have chosen to put it on cream or white or something. And the back side, of course, is just solid craft because it's not really double-sided. But if you like gold foil, this is a pretty fun piece of paper. Okay, and as I mentioned, the only embellishment that I purchased so far from this line are these lovely little chubby, round wood veneer hearts, and they're much darker wood veneer. They're similar to the crepe paper wood veneers that came with the Little Boy Blue and Bo Peep lines, if you're familiar with those. They're not like the light wood veneer that Studio Calico and a lot of the other companies have typically come out with. So if you don't like dark, you can always, I've misted them white with the darker ones and painted them, and they do take the color fairly well. Alright, so that was some of my favorite pieces from the Studio Calico Atlantic collection. Thanks so much for watching, and hope to see you soon. Bye!